morning. I'm sure you heard about that famous charismatic sage, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Once somebody asked him about human being. You know what he said? What surprises me most about humanity is man surprises me because he sacrifices his health in order to make money. Then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And when he's also anxious about future, that he does not enjoy the present moment. The result of being that, he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, then dies having never really lived, lost. I would like to speak about some other person, very interesting. A certain person was asked, what is the one thing he wants to do in his life? What is the goal of his life? What would he like to do which will give you a lot of happiness, immense happiness? You know what he said? He said, the only thing he needs to be happy is a few grains or a fistful of salt. He will recline under the mango tree and pluck a few tender mangoes. He'll keep the salt, grains of salt, in his navel. Make his navel a salt container, then eat tender mangoes, adding the salt to the tender mangoes. He doesn't even need a container. What he needs is tender mangoes which are given freely by the tree and few grains of salt. His navel will serve the purpose of a container. Tender mangoes will be supplied by the tree for free. What he really means is, you need nothing to be happy actually. What we consider as important to give us happiness is not important at all. Nothing is so important. Nothing is so indispensable. But we still have few items in our list we think might give us happiness. We long for a depth of experience of freedom, joy, peace, equanimity, which give us the truest sense of being alive. A sense of life which is spontaneous, exhilarating, full of possibility. As the philosopher Ruskin has beautifully said, there is no wealth but life. You don't actually need anything because the greatest treasure you possess, your life, there's no wealth but life. In every state and stage of life, there is something going on underneath, a desire, a kind of universal restlessness and a question, what is this all about? What do I really want? What should I be concentrating on? Money, fame, power, position, security, order? What do I want to be? A clever businessman, a good father, a faithful wife, influential leader, a scholar. And if I manage any of them, what's left over when those things end? What is really important when all the important things fade away? Youth is important. Youthfulness is the period of life when everything is possible. Young energy never fades, never ends. We party till 4 a.m., sleep midday, and then get up and start all over again. We have nothing but time. We think in which to shop around through life till we can find what we like and pluck it. Enjoyment. The problem with youth is that it has no grasp of the wholeness of life, the big picture, and must therefore stumble from pit to pit, from grace to grace. That is the youth. We also think beauty is important. It gives a sense of security when we wear costly jewelry, excellent coat. People should stop and look at us, admire us, and feel attracted towards us. We spend a lot of money and time being beautiful. It must be important. The problem is that beauty shifts as life goes on from the outside of us to the inside of us. Real beauty is not what we are born with, it's what we become. Otherwise, when cosmetics and haircuts can no longer camouflage either the wrinkles or the grey, there's nothing left to attract, to amaze, to overawe the other. Maybe money is important. It gives us the right to move in life. It reeks of the competence it took to get it, to earn it, and to keep it. It signals and makes life sweet, secure. It buys travels and friends and distance, traveling, comfort and self-sufficiency. But the problem is that money can only give us things. The friends we buy with that money will disappear as money disappears. When the money goes, they also go. Then benefactors, when you accept money from someone, you know what happens? You are giving them a piece of your independence, your freedom. Then we think of relationships. Relationships are important. They are important. A woman on the arm, a man to depend on, a friend for fun, and a set of connections that oil our path through life can be the ultimate status symbol. And if not status symbol, at least the ultimate confidence builder in strange situations. We need relationship. When the pain and dust of maintaining the relationship come, these friends find themselves another connection, a more stunning personality. What you like before marriage, think about it. What you like before marriage in your spouse is hated after marriage. The young lady hopes that her husband will change after the nuptials in married life, but it does not change. The young man hopes his new bride won't change after the wedding. Unfortunately, she changes. You could also say security is important. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. Sickness, unemployment, and even an attack of whimsy that sets us off in a bad direction. Interesting as it may be at the beginning, but unexpectedly our best laid plans might be shattered. Security speaks the staid and the safe. It cautions us at all times. Power and influence. We think this factor of power and influence will certainly make our life important. We feel these two things will make our life very significant. Power is something people live through. It is seldom something that can be relied upon forever and ever. Presidents, prime ministers, ministers become ex-presidents, ex-prime ministers, ex-ministers. Governments come and go. Today's headlines is tomorrow's memory. Have a fulfilling, delightful Saturday today. Not only Saturday, but every other day may become a delightful day in your life. Meet you next Saturday.